y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 2, Episode 15. Alright, let's jump right into it, y'all. So like I said, I'm not going to try to do a play-by-play. I'm just going to talk about some different points that I got from this episode and jump right into it. Okay, so Tisha is still on the fact that Kimmy greeted her mom poorly, and it set up the whole chain of events of what happened at her son's graduation, Kimmy's son's graduation. And Marceau, who was basically on Kimmy's side, doubled down and backpedaled and saying, oh, yes, it's two infractions in this situation. Kimmy says, nah, ain't no two infractions. Because basically, Tisha saying, listen, I met my mom there. We all family. And you greeted her all messed up. It was wrong. Yeah. Tisha said she was not invited. Yeah, she was not invited. But at the same time, we are family. So I didn't think it would be an issue by bringing my mom there. I said, why is you keep bringing your mom everywhere? Why is that you keep bringing your mom everywhere, girl? She don't need to be there. If she did not invite her there, she did not invite her there. Family or no family. And that's what family people need to start getting. Just because we family doesn't give you a guaranteed right you got to come to my house on any event that I have. If you don't ask me or you don't tell me in ahead of time, or whoever invited you don't tell me, then whatever reaction I give you at that time you show up at my doorstep, when I'm not expecting you to come, then you go get the reaction I give you. It could be pleasant. It could be don't even think you there, ignoring your behind, or I'll be straight up rude to you. And at that time, Kimmy said, oh, Wanda and Letitia and Marceau must have invited you because I did not invite you. Yeah. So Maurice trying to say Kimmy did not want her there because she know certain people's there that she will go have an interaction with, and it was not going to be a good thing. So that's why she did not invite Wanda. So she said, yeah, you're right, you had to invite her, but at the same time, you gave her a messed up greeting and then caused issues, and that's two infractions. Yes, you shouldn't invite her, but you should not be mean to her. I said, no, I'll be mean whoever I want to be mean. It's my effing motherfucking son's birthday party. F that. And I was like, you better go ahead, Kimmy. You better curse them all out. And after she said that, everybody's like, oh, I think the party's done. Yes, party is done. Because y'all keep coming after her to the point and keep missing the fact that if she did not come to something that she was not invited to, none of that stuff would not happen. If she stood her behind home, if she did not come, then she would not got a bad greeting. To my opinion, I don't think it was a bad greeting. She just said, oh, they must have invited you because I didn't invite you. That's all. Now, whether you think it was rude or not, that's on y'all. But don't come to my son's graduation, ruin his party because you want to get it amped up with freaking Martell and Melanie and all that stuff, whoever you want to get amped up with. Okay? So, no, I'm not on Tisha's side. I'm on 100% on Kimmy's side because at the end of the day, you do not invite someone to someone's event without asking the host first. That is proper etiquette. Even with your kids as well, because you can't keep bringing your kids. What about Kimmy want to have a lingerie party? No, kids cannot be invited if you just go bring your kids to the doorstep and then you put her in a bad situation with force her to tell you no, or try to make arrangement for your kids when you know nobody else brought your kids. No. You still, and she said, oh, if I want to bring my kids, well, I had to let you know. She said, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends on the freaking situation. It depends on whatever I have it. So, and then the topic of sanction came up. Kimmy never say sanction. She just said at certain events, I'm going to have my discretion and tell her Ms. Warner she cannot come. Whether you want to say sanction or not, more so put that definition, that word up. Semantics, whatever. It is what it is. She just can't come to all of the events. Okay? And that's what it is. So all that two infractions, no, it's not two infractions, Marcel. You trying to be there for your White Sox after your fight keeps telling you that you don't have my back, Marcel. You don't have my back. Have my back sometimes. So he was trying to do mediation. And after freaking Tisha left, then he was trying to say the same thing. Oh, this is that. She said, no, no, it's not. Okay? And Melody was recording a song. She's singing her song. I said, okay, I know Melody could sing a little bit. She's her song. It was about Martell, inspired by Martell. She sang her little song. Then her brother came, and they sat down and talked. She apologized because she did invite her brother there, and just totally did not come to the event. I said, how you go? And you just ditched Destiny. You didn't. You brought your brother there. You told him to come. He come. You nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And she said she knew she was at that space that if she would have saw Martell, she would have wrecked the whole space up. She would wreck the party up. She would turn the party down. And she don't want to do that. So she decided to stay away. I said, okay. I mean, if you were in that mental mind space that you going to wreck up at that party, no matter who's there, then yes, you need to stay away. Especially if you're going to give you that much a reaction for you to turn up like that. It called havoc because you seen his face. Yes, you need to stay home. So she apologized. And Marcus told Melody what he told Martell. Now, I understand Martell is upset that no guy wants to hear somebody else's kids telling them they want them to be their daddy. Nobody gonna want to hear that. But I understand, but it wasn't about what the kids said. He was trying to make Martell understand the psychological thinking of the kids at that moment for them to even said that statement. It wasn't because they want Marcus' husband to be daddy. They was like, what is possessing them and what is Martell doing to make them feel that they don't want to go home to him and want to be home with someone else. That Martell had to think about that. Why my kids is feeling this way. Okay? So he had to understand that. But he's not thinking about that. He just only thought about what Marcus said about calling another kid a daddy. But not understanding why possess the kids to even want to be someone else but to him. That's the issue. So that was a perfect breakdown, and I understand where he was coming from. He was coming in that space, but Martell didn't want to hear it. He said, if you say that everything with me again, you say that to me again, I will beat you behind. And he said, oh, you will walk away? And gladly he walked away. So, Miss Wanda is babysitting Tisha and Marcel kids. And her other grandchildren she has. So yes, Tisha does have siblings. Because she babysitting her other grandchildren. I don't know if it's her husband, kids, children that she babysitting, or it's her other children that she has, kids that she babysitting. So we'll see, because they definitely mentioned that she is taking care of her other grandchildren at the house with Tisha kids. So I was like, all right. So she babysitting. So more so went to sat down and talked to Miss Wanda. And those two, every time they sit down together, they never have a agreeable moment. They always going bantering back and forth. Because I said, okay, what are you going to make you think this is going to be any different? So basically, Miss Wanda didn't care. She just didn't get it why that she was not invited. That's what she got to agree to that she get. Now, Marcel lied and told Miss Wanda that Kimmy agreed or understand or apologized that she shouldn't have came at Miss Wanda the way she did. I said, no, she did not. She stood her ground. So I don't know where you coming at, Marcel. Just like when you told Tisha that Kimmy said she sanctioned Miss Wanda for events, that's not what she said. She just said at certain events, she got to have discretion where she want Miss Wanda to come to or not. Whether it's called sanction or not, call it as it is. But she did not say that. You put words in her mouth. Okay? Sanction means that you nowhere near coming at all. At anything. She said no. Certain events, you just can't come. And now you telling Miss Warner that Kimmy apologized. And Kimmy understand that she shouldn't have came up. You won't know. Kimmy said if she was not invited, she was not going to get that response. She was not invited, then she wouldn't get the response. So Miss Warner said, I don't care. I say whatever I want to say. I do whatever I want to do, no matter who event it is. I said, girl, stop it. You act like a little kid. Because at the end of the day, if it was your freaking grandson or something graduating party, you wouldn't have nobody freaking stopping their freaking party as well. You wouldn't have you wouldn't have that. So you could think that, oh, Kimmy is the same age as me and I don't care no stuff like that, whatever. Throwing shade. I said, Miss Warner, stop it. They said, Marcel, you get me upset. You get me mad. I said what I want to say. I do what I want to do. Okay? So I was there to talk to Melody as a mother. She said, well, you're not her mom. She said, doesn't matter. I just want to come there and talk like them. And then Martell come out to me, call me a B and everything, and all that stuff like that in my face. And he was lucky that I ain't lay him to the ground and all that stuff like that. Some also, I understand about that B part and all that stuff. I understand that. And then they got me hot and heavy, and I was so bothered, and I wanted to make an adjustment, and I wanted to make an announcement at the thing, and feel how I feel about how they came at me. So I don't give a damn when I interrupted. I said, girl, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. You just can't come to everywhere you go. You cannot come every time your daughter calls you on you. Every time your daughter calls you, you want to be there. No. Tell Tisha, I said, Tisha, I don't know. I'm doing my thing. I'm sitting with my man right now. You do what you got to do. Click. Call as it is. And Tisha said, man, and don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'll be there for my grandchildren. I'll be there for my grandkids. And that's it. But I'm not coming around with all these people like that. No. Stop it. So they ain't going anywhere. And then also, well, 90% of you is really good. 90% of real pure water. But that 10% is pee, and that's why I can't stand. I said, then you act like every time you see her, it's freaking a pandemic between y'all two. It's like a chaos between y'all two. You have a visual reaction towards seeing Miss Warner all the time. So it's not 90% because it's 90%. I mean, you can tolerate her all the time. You just can't really tolerate because you only tolerate her because that's your wife, mother. So you put that percentage is so freaking high. You need to put that P percentage more higher than the freaking water because no. Because if 90% if she's pure, then she wouldn't be acting like that every time we see her on television or on scene. Every scene that we see, she acts up. Remember what she said? Where's your wedding ring, Monsaw? I ain't see your wedding ring, Monsaw. Where's your wedding ring? You remember that? Okay, so that was 10%. Okay. Marsaw, Maurice, Martell, and Kimmy went to go shopping for camping stuff because the guys decided they could do a camping trip. It'd be Sodoric, it would be Martell, Marsaw, and Maurice. We don't know no Bavica anywhere. He wasn't around. He wasn't mentioned all stuff. So that's that. And they discussed and they talked. Martell brought Kimmy up to speed and what was said and what was talked about and everything. And Maurice and Marsaw talk about their little things as well. And Marsaw told Maurice about the 47 acres project and how he don't want no bad blood. He don't want no incidents and everything. It would be a good, lucrative idea and project. But he's kind of iffy and weary about it. But he think that he can't pass up on that. And then Martell told Kimmy about the event, what Marcus told him, what was discussed, and apologized for how he was acting at the party, and stuff like that. So move on from there. And so the camper trip. Okay? Now, while the guys was at the camper trip, Melody took the kids to pumpkin picking, and they will meet their friend Ima. And it was nice to have a good time in pumpkin picking. Usually it's a family thing with Martell, but it's a thing that Melody did with her kids by herself because they is not together right now. And Ima came, and Ima was the writer of the play that Melanie was supposed to do, but it got canceled due to pandemic. So they become good friends, and it's like a inspirational speaker, somebody who she could talk to, it could find into. And we find out that Ima has a son, and her husband, her ex-husband, they're divorced, and they sharing the kids' custody back and forth. So she was talking to the kids, and Milani and Martell, when we hardly don't hear from him, was doing a lot of talking. And Mariah was mainly quiet. And Melanie was saying she needs to check on Mariah because she wants Mariah to be spoken and she knows she's quiet. So sometimes you gotta look at the quiet ones because you gotta see why. You gotta get it out of them. You want to spend time with them because this thing might affect her. And if she's reserved and she's quiet and she's not talking, then you need to keep one eye on that person, the one that people may forget because they always quiet. And Martell was saying that Miss Ima said, "Who you want to stay with?" Martell said, "I want to stay with my mommy." Usually boys like to stay under their mother. And Milani said she just want to stay with her daddy because her daddy give her ice cream. I said that's a little good answer. And she said, oh, and everything. And she really wants her mom and daddy to be back together. But they start understanding that and it's not like that. But she just want to be her daddy because her daddy gave her ice cream. And Martell, he said he want to be there for mom. He don't like mom being sad, and he knows when her mom cries, he go and hug the mom and say, "I don't want you to be upset. Do you need anything? Do you need anything?" And I said, "Oh my gosh, to be so young to even grasp the opportunity to grasp the complexity of consoling your mom when she's going through a divorce when you're so young and you need to live your life to get that emotional heavy burden on the son to see that he wants to wipe away any pain of the mom, which is not supposed to be that way. It's like that. Yes, your kids are gonna be their support system, but for those kids to be so young to even see that, to say that you need anything, I don't want you to cry, mom. Hug her and everything. I was like, oh, that was nice. So I like him as Almond was talking to the kids to get them to be expressive and everything. Mariah, like I said, Mariah was the same much, so Melanie had to keep an eye on Mariah and get her to talk and spend more time with her to see how she's feeling with all of this. Because it affects all three kids, but they all three kids is affected a different way. Some are expressive, some might act out violently, some might be withdrawn and quiet. You don't know. So we'll see how that goes. They're camping. So when it was a camping trip and guys was there, Marcel didn't come because Marcel got in an accident. Somebody hit Marcel's car and Marcel ended up hitting somebody else. So it was a car wreck and he couldn't come. So and he said his neck is a little stiff. I said, oh, I'm glad that Marcel is okay. I'm glad it's okay because that's the worst thing you can happen. It's through the pandemic right now, and then he don't want to lose his brother. So Maurice was like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Do you want me to call Tisha? Do you want me to call Moana? Do you want me to call who you want me?" He said, "I'm good. I'm good. I got somebody to drive me and all stuff." You're all right. So the guys sat down and talked. So Darvick, Marcel, and Martel were sitting down and talking, and he was explaining how yes, he messed up. Oh, they asked him, do you reconcile with the relationship and all that stuff? He said he hoping on stuff. It's a lot of things going on. It's dragging out, and I guess it's time to happen because we dragged out so much. There's nowhere to go. It's not turning back. So he think, is there anything that you could have done to change to make it better so it maybe could reconciliation? He said no, nothing. And everybody was like, wow. So that's, you know what? You is the cause of this, and you say you got nothing to change. That's meant to show you that you don't think nothing wrong, and Melody shouldn't have lived you like that. They said, "Oh, she just took it to social media. It made the public relationship public, and your problems public, and there's all this stuff going on." And then he would say, "It's just crazy. Yes, I had a whole relationship with this girl, and it's because she was getting my needs. I was getting my needs met for the person who I was supposed to get my needs met." And I was like, "Listen, did you ever come to the understanding why she wasn't entertaining your needs? It's a reason. It's a reason. Women want to be intimate with their husband. They don't want to be withdrawn from their husbands. But if they withdrawn from you, it's because something you have doing. It does occur to you that something you was doing is making her not to give you the needs that she wants to give you. And they said, oh, so the guy said, I understand, Martell. It's very hard if we not getting something from the spouse that we supposed to be getting from. I said, guys will be guys. No matter how good they are, they will be guys. So you understand him, all that stuff? Because it's not just sex. It's not just about sex. Yes, you want the sex. But at the same time, it's a reason why she wasn't giving you anything. And you had a whole relationship. And you say because she cheated, that's made you go out. No, you keep bringing this cheating narrative, and it does not happen. It did not happen. The cheating narrative did not happen. Come on, Marta. It didn't happen. So stop with that cheating narrative that you're giving us. You cheated. Maybe she was not like it. She found out and she started withdrawing from you because you was doing your thing. And it kept going on, kept going on, kept going on until y'all got to the show and it got public. And now you want to blame everything money. Oh, she didn't was a if she was keep satisfying you every night, you still was out there having a whole figure blown relationship. So don't get out of here with that. And he actually confirmed the baby's rumors because it was rumors going around. So his daughter asked him what's going on because he said, "Yo, my brother would have told me by now." He said, "Okay, we had a conversation. We talked. I let Melanie know, and I probably put out there that she might be pregnant, and he know for sure it's probably his because the time he connect the times and dates, and Avion Curry, she was not gonna have sex with anybody else. She gonna try to have Martell baby. So we know she's pregnant, and I think she might have the baby by now. So he said that's his. It could be possible. It's a strong possibility it's his because he connected timing, and yes, he confirmed the pregnancy. I was like, oh, now. Because we know when we had that interview, he didn't say nothing. He didn't try not to confirm it. Now, on national television, when they filming, he confirmed the pregnancy. I said, oh. Now, I go get back to Melanie. Now, he said stay between us. I said, it probably will stay between us, but somebody will find out because this woman's going around, so people will talk. But that was Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel. Like I said, Martell, you was piece of it. Shish. Oh, piece of ish. You a piece of it. You something. We can't. Share my videos, y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.